Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast. And on today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing episode 1 of Batwoman of season 2. Season 2, it dropped on Sunday, and I finally checked it out because I wanted to see what it was about. I watched the first season of Batwoman. I watched the first 2 episodes, and then after that, I stopped watching it because I just wasn't feeling the series as a whole. I thought that Ruby Rose, I thought that she did a really good job playing Batwoman in the crossover events, and I was hyped for Batwoman when it first got announced, so that's the reason why I gave it a chance. But after watching it, I just fell off. Like, I wasn't feeling it. So when season 2 got announced and it was revealed that Ruby Rose wasn't going to be back on the series, I thought that the show was going to get canceled. So I was surprised that they decided to continue going with this show and making something out of it. So before I get into today's review, make sure that you like and leave a comment and subscribe so that way I can talk with you guys. You showing us that you love us, and you can subscribe to us so that way you can always keep up with the boys at the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks team. So let's go ahead and get into today's review. So Ruby Rose was announced that she was departing from Batwoman, and when that announcement came out, I thought that the show was going to end. It had poor ratings. A lot of people that were watching it, like myself, they gave up on the show. So because of the low ratings and the low reviews, I thought that the show was going to get canceled. And I thought that that was one of the reasons why Ruby Rose left, just because of how bad the show was to some people. I don't think that the show is terrible, but it's just not a show that's for me. So when she said that she was leaving, I thought that it was over. But they announced that somebody else was going to be playing Batwoman, and that is Miss Javicia Leslie. And how I found out about her was she was on a show called God Friended Me that came on CBS that I was a fan of. And I thought that she killed it up there. So when she was announced as the new Batwoman, I was just like, okay, I'm going to check it out. So I watched the first episode. It starts with her in a field after Kate's plane crashes. Now, and a lot of stuff I don't know because, again, like I said, I stopped watching the show. So new characters and stuff that are new to me, I might kind of skip over them. But anyway, Kate's plane, it crashes, and there's only one person that survived, which is the pilot. And Ryan Wilder, who is Javicia's character, she tries to help this person. She searches to see if there's anybody else. The person ends up dying, and she finds the bat suit. And that's pretty much how season 2 starts. She has the suit now. Everybody's trying to figure out if Kate is still alive because there was only one body found. I like how they did this because it kind of, leaves the door open if Ruby Rose wants to come back and reprise her role as Kate, which I think it might be a possibility that we might see if this season doesn't get canceled. But yeah, so she finds the suit. The rest of the crew, they're trying to see if Kate is still alive. Luke Fox and her sister Mary, they're in the Batcave now. They have a tracking device that is on the suit, and they're trying to find the suit. But I believe that the tracker only works when somebody is wearing the suit. And as the story moves along, Ryan, she ends up putting on the suit and she tries it out. It's kind of like that, superhero origin type deal where it's like, say, like if I was to find a suit, of course I'm going to try it out, see what it does. She kind of flopped around a little bit. She was getting beat up by some of the guys, but she was still kicking ass. So I thought that was cool. We see that Alice is still around. She's still the main villain of the series, that is. And then you have Thomas Elliott, who was in season 1, and now in season 2, Alice was able to have him get surgery on his face so that way that he can mask around as Bruce Wayne. And I thought that this was cool because we haven't had an adult Bruce Wayne on TV in a very long time. The only adult versions we've had was Kevin Conroy in the crossover event for Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then we had an adult Bruce Wayne on Gotham, but we never actually saw him. Like, he was always talking in the shadows and whatnot. So I thought that this was cool to finally see Bruce Wayne on TV again. Oh, I'm sorry. And we also had the actor, I can't remember his name, but he played Bruce Wayne in season 2 of Titans. So like I was saying, it was cool to actually like have a Bruce Wayne back on TV. The last one being Adam West in the 60s Batman show. It was cool seeing that. Everybody thought that he was the real Bruce Wayne, but he wasn't. Uh, Luke and Mary, they finally find the suit, and when they find the suit, Ryan, I keep wanting to say her first name, her actual name, but Ryan, she's like, no, I'm keeping the suit because there's something that I need to do, and she leaves with the suit. And Mary and Luke, they're just like, okay, well, we need to get the suit. We know who the person is now. She told us her name. Let's find out how we can find her and her everyday life. And Ryan, she's looking up who Kate is, and then Mary's looking up who Ryan is. And we see that Ryan, like, she had a troubled past. She went to jail for something that she didn't do, and she had to, serve time for that. But when she was getting her life back on track before she went to jail, she had an adoptive mother, and they were living together, and they had finally got a place, but the place had squatters in it, and the squatters ended up attacking Ryan and her mom, and they ended up killing her mom. And we find out that the squatters are members of the Wonderland gang, Alice's group. So now Ryan wants to get revenge for her mother's death and to put Alice away pretty much, or possibly kill her. I was getting Batman Beyond vibes from this because that was something similar that happened in that cartoon where Terry found the bat suit and he wanted to get revenge for the Joker's killing his father. So I like the vibes that I was getting off of that. We also see that there's a kryptonite bullet that Kate, she was trying to get rid of. And remember, she was given this bullet on Crisis in Infinite Earths by her cousin in a different universe, the Bruce in that universe. And she was heading to Metropolis to talk with Kara. And that's when the plane got taken out by Thomas Elliot. They still have the bullet, but Luke wants to destroy the bullet. But because Thomas Elliot, who is masquerading as Bruce, he takes the bullet. He sees the Batcave because Luke trusts him. I also found out too that Alfred has a daughter named Julia, and Julia is dating Sophie, who was Kate's ex-girlfriend in the past. And then, it's kind of like not an entanglement. I don't know because I didn't watch the rest of season 1, so I don't know if anything else happened to them, but I just know that Kate and Sophie, they ended up having a falling out because of the military school that they were going to. But you have Alfred that has a daughter now, Julia. I don't know if this is canon or not. But yeah, pretty much what happens at the end of the episode is Ryan is going to return the costume to Luke and Mary, but when she's going to return it after she read all this stuff on Kate and seeing how good of a person she was, how generous she was, she ends up getting followed by Thomas Elliot in the Batmobile, and the Batmobile is loaded. It has all these weapons and whatnot. They're shooting at Ryan, and Ryan's on the phone with Luke and Mary saying hey, can y'all help me? I don't know what to do right now. And she ends up putting on the suit again. Her and Thomas, they end up fighting after Luke hacks the Batmobile to stop it from operating, and she pretty much whoops his ass. And after that, she returns the suit at the end of the episode, but before she whoops Thomas's ass, Thomas shoots her with the kryptonite bullet. So I'm assuming that the suit on Batwoman is kind of like Iron Man's suit, where it's indestructible, I'm assuming. And they're like that the kryptonite bullet is the strongest bullet known to man that can pierce the bat suit. So he shoots her with that, and the episode ends with her with the kryptonite bullet still inside of her upper body, and it looks like that it's spreading. I'm assuming kryptonite poisoning or whatnot, and that's how it ends. And yeah, honestly, I was not sold on this episode. It really didn't do anything for me. It didn't grasp me. It didn't make me want to tune in for more to see what's going to happen next. And that's, very unfortunate because, like I said, I'm a fan of Javicia, and I was really looking forward to seeing her performance. And I thought that she did a good job. But again, I just feel like that this show should have just ended when Ruby left. It should have just ended, and there shouldn't have been a season 2. I don't know why they were pressed to even make a season 2, because again, like I said, the ratings were low. but there are still fans out there that love this show. And to those people that love the show, let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm not going to trash this show. I know some people love trashing Batwoman, but I'm not going to trash the show because I don't think that it's a horrible show. I'm just not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? I also saw the ratings, and they only had 668,000 viewers who tuned in for this, compared to when season 1 debuted, and season 1 had 1.8 million viewers who watched it. So, I mean, that says something about your show. And again, like I said, the ratings were going down constantly as season 1 was still on. So, yeah, it's going to be a pass for me on season 2. I'm sorry. If you're going to watch season 2, let me know in the comments. If you liked the first episode of season 2, let me know. Just let me know how you felt about it. Like, did you stop watching Batwoman like how I did at the start, or did you stay around for all of season 1 and you're happy to watch season 2 now? Just let me know in the comments. Again, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe so that way that you can keep up with us. And you can follow me, your hero Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can follow me on Facebook by typing in Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. And also make sure that you follow all of the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks. And we have a podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday. And make sure that you check that out. We're on all music streaming services. And we also have a Patreon. I don't know if I said that because I'm talking a lot, but yeah, we have a Patreon. And if you're feeling generous and you want to donate to us, we'd appreciate it at Leveling Up Banks. That's our Patreon. So with that being said, thanks for checking out this review. If I missed anything, again, let me know in the comments. If I didn't, then I hope I did a good job and you enjoyed the video. So until next time, keep that pinky up and have a good day. Peace.